Hello, my Wax and Book friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome back. If you're returning, so glad to have you here with me. I post about, of course, all things books and home fragrance, and today's video is my February wax melting challenge. So this is every single wax bar that I have planned for the challenge. This challenge is put on each month by Patricia Gates, which if I remember, I will link her channel down below for you guys. She's awesome. So let's jump into it. Let's see what the prompts are for each day and what bars I decided to melt that correspond with the days. So February 1st, and when I put this up, it might be after February 1st. Just depends on when I get videos scheduled. So just so you know. So February 1st is melt a scent that works in any room. I was like, well, what would be a good one? A fresh type scent I felt like would be good because then it works in the bathroom as well as in main living spaces and bedrooms. And for that, I chose Cactus Flower Lime. So this is a fresh scent and it has a pretty good throw, not overwhelming. It's like medium-ish. And so I felt like it would be good for freshening a bigger space, yet not be overwhelming in a bathroom or bedroom. So Cactus Flower Lime. The next one for the second is Warm a Spring Scent. I went with the very floral Belle Enchanted Rose. And yeah, this is a very floral spring rosy scent, so it works well, I feel, for spring, because that's usually when I mainly melt really floral scents for the ones that I like anyway. Really floral works, in my opinion, in the spring the best. Sorry, I have an itch, you guys. Okay. For the third, melt something that makes you think of your state. And so I got the scent at 2024 Scentsy Family Reunion, and although technically it's Florida inspired, it still works where I live because we get hot weather here as well. And so Scentsy Sunshine, and it's a very citrusy, yummy, summery type scent. So Scentsy Sunshine. Then for the fourth is Melt a Strawberry Scent. I decided to go with, this was from the Let's Dance wax collection that came out at the end of summer last year. And that is Strawberry Daiquiri Disco. And yeah, it is a very like Kool-Aid powder type of strawberry scent. So it's fine. It's nice. Then for the fifth is Warm a Fall Throwback Scent. This is one of the final two testers I have to use up from my old testers. And I'm happy to finally be done with the old testers. It is Autumn Sunset. So for sure, a fall throwback scent. Then for the sixth, which is Olympic opening day, so the Winter Olympics, Melt a Cold Air Scent. I know I just did this one for January's prompts as well, but I couldn't help it. It works perfectly for the prompt, and it is I Smell Snow from the Gilmore Girls Wax Collection, and you can't get much more perfect than the scent for that prompt. So, all right, I'm trying to fit it back in. For the next prompt on the 7th, it's Warm Something with Sandalwood. I went with it. This was an old, like 3 years ago or something, 3 or 4 years ago, Father's Day bar, and that is Sandalwood Tangerine. And cologne type of sandalwood scent. So that works well for that prompt, I feel like. For the 8th, we have Super Bowl Party, Melt Something Fitting for the Day. This is another one I did last month as well for a prompt, but again, it worked perfectly. and that is Huddle Up. So we're talking football, and this was a football type of scent. So Huddle Up works well. Then for the 9th, we have Melt a Fruity Floral. This is my other tester that I get to use up. My final tester, you guys, Go Go Mango, final old tester. Go Go Mango is a fruity floral. It has that mango in it. It also has banana flower. It's more on the fruity side, but when I melt it especially, I do get that floral. Not my favorite mango, but it works for the prompt, and I get to use up my last tester, so yay! For the 10th is Umbrella Day, Melt a Rain or Snow scent. I decided from the Petals and Petals wax collection last year, I went with Saguaro Desert Rain. This is a aquatic, more masculine leaning scent, or more unisex, I would say. I can't remember the one. There was another one, High Mountain Rain or something. There was another one that was more of the masculine version of aquatic. And then the Coastal Rain Cove was a little more on the feminine side. And then this one feels like a nice unisex balance to those. So it's like right in the middle. So it's aquatic, felt perfect for the prompt. After that, on the 11th, is Melt a Milky Scent. I decided on Toasted Caramel Sugar. Love the scent. I did put it back in my Scentsy Club, which if you're not familiar with Scentsy Club, it's the best thing ever. It is our subscription service, ton of perks. My favorite being the Always Get My Bar perk. So if you put a bar in Scentsy Club, Scentsy will continue to make it for you even after it's retired for regular purchase. And even if it never comes back ever for regular purchase, if it's in your Scentsy Club, it will still be made for you. So, but there's a ton of perks. Cheaper shipping, customize when it ships, skip when you want, with a caveat that you can only skip once a year before retired buyers are kicked out of your club. But there's a way around that with adjusting your shipping date and stuff. And $30, 10% off. At $60, you get a half price item, and that can include a whiff box. So $17.50 for the whiff box. Only way to get a whiff box for half price. Tons of other perks. It's the best. And that's linked down below in the description for you guys, and my regular website as well, which is madaboutmelts.scentsy.us. Those are always linked down below for you, along with social media stuff, and all those good things are down there for you. But Scentsy Club's the best. And this I put back in my Scentsy Club because I love it so much. It's not the strongest performer. This came back in Holiday Brick. And so I was like, okay, that's a sign I need to put it back in my club. I love it so much. It smells like creme brulee to me. And there's a milky type of note to it. Well, creme brulee, that's, you know, it's got milk, a milk base to creme brulee. So, oh, it's so yummy. It's so good. So I felt like that one worked well for that prompt. After that, on the 12th is Warm Something Romantic. I decided on, this was a Bring Back My Bar scent 3-ish years ago, I think it was. Linger 2 or 3 years ago. And it's a pretty romantic scent. Yeah, so that worked for that prompt for sure. On the 13th is Melt a Scent Your Friend Loves for Valentine's Day. One of my friends was able to put this back or in her club. That is my wish. This is a pretty and very unique scent. This came back, excuse me guys, in the November Scentsy Club exclusive bar thing that we had. And it is such a pretty scent, and like I said, unique. I know there's like anise in it, and marshmallow, and violet, and it's just so, so nice. But I don't it's not one I like to put in my club, but I like to snag a bar or two whenever it does show up because it is a pretty scent. All right, for the next prompt on the 14th is mix something pink and red. I decided to try this combo out. We'll see. I was smelling them together and they smelled like they could work. Old Fashioned Evening, red, and Petals and Peaches is a pink, a darker pink, but it is pink. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to smell them now together. Yeah, I think it could work because you have some like warm coziness with Old Fashioned Evening, which you can get right now. This is a cherry, like bourbon or rum type of scent, but it's not alcohol-y. It's like warm, cozy cherry is what it is. And then Petals and Peaches you cannot get anymore. It was a scent of the month last year in January. I love it. So I think these will go well together. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that is my mix for that day. I just realized it's for on Valentine's Day is when the mix happens. On the 15th is Melt a Scent So Well Loved You'd Buy It in a Loaf or Brick. And probably no one will be surprised about this. I just went with this one because my all-time favorite, I think I'm down to one bar of, but this is also an almost all-time favorite if I had to pick one, and that is Hufflepuff Just in Oil. I love it so much. It's like honeyed apple with cinnamon sugar pastry. It's so yummy. I love that one. The next day is the 16th, and that is Melt a Grapefruit Scent. I decided to go with Key Lime and Grapefruit. I think this was I know it was in a summer collection. I think this past spring summer catalog, it was in the catalog. But I don't remember for sure. But I think it was. And this is a nice combo of, yeah, key lime and grapefruit. It almost has like an effervescence to me. We'll see if it makes it back into the spring summer catalog. If it was to begin with last year. Like I said, I don't remember for sure. But yeah, it's a nice fresh grapefruit lime combo. After that, for the 17th, is Warm a Mardi Gras type scent. So I went with like a drink, fun drink type of scent, and did Berry Cosmo Boogie, also from the Let's Dance collection. And yeah, it's a berry drink. Smells like there's citrus in it as well, type of fragrance. For the 18th, which is, yes, the 18th is what I'm on. Melt a Scent That Fades Quickly. How could I not go with this one? That is Apple Cherry Strudel. An amazing scent when it is melting. When you first put it in, so strong and yummy, but it does fade very quickly. And yeah, you can't get it anymore anyway. This was also another one that came into the November Out of the Vault Scentsy Club exclusive. And so I got the bar then. I enjoy the scent, but I won't put it in my like official keep stuff long-term clubs because it just fades so fast. But it's so good when it is, melting and strong and you can smell it. It's so yummy. All right, for the 19th is Melt a Club or Love Scent. And I went with a springy one and did Perfectly Cute. And I know I comment like almost every time when I highlight this bar, but I love the label on this one. It's just so cute with those little pears and the blossoms. It's just adorable. And another reason why I'm not a super fan of the new labels. I love the little designs. They make me happy. And the new ones are just boring, in my opinion. They're boring. I'm happy, though, that they have the notes, very simplified notes, but there are notes on the new labels. And I'm happy about that. But I wish there was a way to do it on cute little labels. I mean, there could be a way to do it that way. But as of now, anyway, they're going more sleek and streamlined type of look to the new labels. Hopefully, maybe there'll be a happy medium and we'll get some of the designs with the notes back. Crossing my fingers. But love this one so much. It's a spring pear scent. It's so good. All right, moving on to, what am I on? The 20th, Warm, a timeless scent. And so I went with timeless, like something that harkens back to, you know, past ages, timeless in that way. And so I went with Midnight Mahogany because it reminds me of my mother's home. She was an antique dealer, had a lot of old wood furniture in her home. And so that's what it reminds me of. And so I felt like this works really well for that prompt in the way that I'm thinking of it. Then we're on the 21st, Sticky Bun, National Sticky Bun Day. Yummy, yummy. Melt a cinnamon or bakery scent. I couldn't not do this scent. I could do, well, I couldn't because I didn't have it. I don't have the Sticky Bun bar, but I do have frosted cinnamon roll. So almost the same thing. Smells like cinnamon roll. It's so delicious. Unfortunately, it is retired. Okay, the 22nd, closing ceremonies, melt a gold, silver, or bronze colored wax. I went silver and did white pumpkin and driftwood. Ooh, my favorite. One of my favorites, like sophisticated pumpkin is what this is. And let me know in the comments, are you an apple person or a pumpkin person when it comes to home fragrance? I personally am an apple person. If I had to pick one, I gravitate more towards apple, but I do enjoy pumpkin scents as well, which is funny because most of my club bars, now that I'm thinking about it, when it comes to the fall scents, most of them are pumpkin over apple. I guess maybe just because there are a lot more like apple scents that come back into the catalogs, whereas the pumpkin scents, the more like unique pumpkin scents, don't always come back. They always have like pumpkins, pumpkin roll and pumpkin cinnamon swirl, that sort of thing. But like white pumpkin and driftwood, this one will go back into my club before the change in catalog. What else do I have? Everything Nice is in there. The pumpkin honey, the one from the Harvest collection that just came out, and pumpkin tiramisu was in my club. Anyway, long story short is that the more uniqueness in regards to pumpkin scents are a little harder to come by, in my opinion, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent again. Sorry about that. Let's move on. What is the next one? The next one is for the 23rd, National Toast Day, Warm Something with a Bread Note. I went with the very delicious almond croissant. How could I not? Croissant. And yeah, that's what it smells like. It smells like an almond croissant. It's yummy. The day after that, which is the 24th, is Melt, Gift, or Garbage, another dislike. So I chose Echo again. As you can see, it is an old bar, super old packaging from Bring Back My Bar. I have 2 cubes left, and it's not one where I hate it so much that I would toss it, but it's obviously taking me a long time to get through it. So a good reason to use it up is for that prompt. For the 25th, Melt Something You Have in Abundance, as I was just talking about, pumpkin tiramisu. So I have quite a few of these. I did just recently remove it from my club because it's similar to pumpkin honey spice or honey pumpkin spice. I can't remember the way that is. I think it's pumpkin honey spice. They were similar in my opinion. And pumpkin honey spice was a little stronger. And so I removed this one and put the other one in. So anyway, but I have a few bars of this, and so it's delicious. It is so yummy. After that, for the 26th is warmest cereal or breakfast scent. I don't have any cereal bars intentionally or unintentionally. Like vanilla Barnwood smelled like cereal to me. So I don't have any like cereal bars on me, but I do have breakfasty ones. So I went with blueberry pancakes. Adore the scent. So good. So it smells exactly like it says, like blueberry pancakes. Okay, we're almost done, you guys. The 27th is Pokemon Day. Melt something that starts with a P. I went with Provence Lavender. And yeah, Provence starts with the P. And this is just like a straight up herbal lavender to my nose. It's nice. Then for the last day of February, the 28th, melt something purple for February's birthstone, which is amethyst. And I went with grapevine. It is definitely purple. So, and it smells like grape candy to me. Yeah. So that's it, you guys. That is everything I am planning on melting for the wax melting challenge. Let me know what you plan on melting during the month of February. Are you going for romantic scents? Are you leaning into spring? You're ready for winter to be done, and so you're melting all the spring scents already? Or yeah, or still in your winter phase? Let me know all those good things down in the comments. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for you now.